What is up, everybody? So, after last night, well, after my performance a few hours ago, there's something I didn't tell you guys that I wanted to tell everybody on here. Is that that guitar performance was actually my final performance as a music artist. Because I wanted to give you guys, the fans, a little small bit of appreciation for all the years of showing support to me and, supporting my music career and stuff that I've done. I mean, it's because of you guys that I've gotten to work with some pretty cool people in the underground that I'm very grateful to be able to say that I have worked with and become good friends with over the years. But I had a talk with my family and one of my closest friends ever on earth. And we had about an hour conversation, and I talked with them and stuff like that, and because of the situation that's going on with William Glory Hole and all this other shit, I actually am going to be retiring as a full-time artist. As far as, doing vocal work goes for music and stuff like that. I actually am retiring from music full-time and actually stepping into a couple major projects that I've been wanting to do, which is I'm currently stepping back into game development, but not as in video game development, at least not yet, but as in, like old school games, stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh, board games, stuff like that. I want to step back into that creative mindset, as well as stepping back into me being a normal artist. Because if you guys don't know, I grew up doing artwork my entire life. So doing artwork and stepping into that role isn't much different. So for me, doing artwork is in my blood. My great-grandmother was not only an artist herself, she actually was an author and wrote and self-published her own book for friends and family and stuff like that. And I still have a copy of that to this day. Well, at least my family does. And, me having that creative side in me, I decided that, with everything going on, and me saying everything I've wanted to say lyrically as an artist, speaking on different subject matters, such as, the trolling and, how that leads to depression, how depression leads to, and how going through all this stuff over the last 6 years, how I've dealt with stuff like PTSD, depression, anxiety, panic attacks. I've already spoken on everything that I needed to say, and I've also paid homage to a culture that I grew up around, which is the car culture, with 2 songs, which is Street Racing Scene, and then the remix of that, which is Street Racing Scene 2.0, which if you haven't heard it yet, let me know and I will send it to you. Like, if you're a legitimate fan and you want to hear Street Racing Scene 2.0, let me know and I will gladly send it to you. But as a creative, I want to step outside of that zone. I want to step outside of that zone of doing just music. And I really want to show my full creative side and what I can do. Like what I'm truly capable of doing. And not only am I going to be stepping into the role of doing game work again, in game development again, but I also am going to be stepping back into the role of writing and animation work. Because a lot of people don't know this, but I actually have a bit of a background in animation as well. Because back when I was working for a legitimate gaming studio, I ended up learning how to do anime style animation, and I really wanted to step back into that role again and speak on real serious subjects as well as explore other things within that realm. Like, I wanted to touch on the topic of what something can lead to, as far as like how that leads to depression, how depression leads to other things, such as the stuff like what I deal with PTSD, with anxiety, panic attacks, and sometimes, sadly enough and realistically enough, how it can ultimately lead to. And I also wanted to touch on other serious subject matters, as well as start exploring other ideas that I've been working on over the years. So yeah, there is that. I also want to start getting back into doing my digital artwork full time. I also still will be, doing gameplay video work. I'll still be doing, my daily vlogs. I didn't get to do one today, but I will be doing the stuff for the vlog tomorrow. So that is going to be a thing. I will be doing that tomorrow. I will be filming today's episode tomorrow, and then picking back up later tomorrow night, So there is that. And I still will be doing stuff music-wise, but I'll be going back to my roots as like a DJ, doing, remixes, original stuff like that, things of that nature. No. Literally, Josh, it's gonna be, basically my daily life and what I do on a day-to-day basis. If you'd like, dude, you're more than welcome to DM me and I can send you the link to the vlog. That way you can check out what I've been doing. To kind of showcase and show my day-to-day life since getting away from the troll community and me being on my road to recovery, to getting back to a normal, average, everyday life. Despite what people say, people like, that I'm not going to mention, have often said over the last few days that the war is not over, that it's only beginning, but for me, it is over. I left that world behind a long time ago. And I really wanted to show people what it's really like on a day-to-day basis for me. Whether I'm dealing with depression, anxiety, whether I'm just kicking it and chilling out with my friends, whether I'm gaming it up, chilling out, relaxing, all that stuff. honestly, dude, I've been recovering from a lot of the PTSD, depression, anxiety. You know, the stuff that I went through has had a very big mental toll on me. You know, and a lot of people don't realize how bad that shit can be. So for me, I am recovering from the life that I was living back into a normal life. Because honestly, I would love to be able to live a normal life again. I would absolutely love that. And yes, I know that I'm still going to get haters watching my vlogs or whatever, and that's fine. I can delete those comments, it's not a big deal. Yo, Chris, absolutely, man. And yo, Chris, I am going to message you because I need your help getting the Battle Pass because I finished up the Battle Pass and I walked away with like 400 V-Bucks by the end of the season. So I could definitely use your help to get the Battle Pass. And or if you want to help get the Crew Pass, that'd be even more dope. Which I think it's all you can do is the Crew Pass, I believe. But we'll have to talk about that later on in a private chat. But if you guys would like to watch the vlog, I will post the vlog in my chat, in the chat here for you guys. Now I also do have a gaming channel, which I've not done any gameplay for in the last few days just because I'm trying to break everything up. So let me go here to my channel. And then I also do have a channel where I do post my remixes at. But I mean, a lot of people hate on what I'm doing because I am trying to lead a more normal life. Because, you know, like I said, I do want to get back to a normal life again. Ready to get my day started. Like, I really do want to get back to living a normal life again. You know, because believe it or not, back in 2016, I did lead a normal life. And that's why I'm doing all I can, Josh. That's why I'm doing everything I can to ignore them. Even if they do comment, you know, I'm doing everything I can to ignore them and to just stay the course, live my best life, and, you know, and just not care about what anyone says. Because for the last 6 years, I've really cared way too much about what people think, which I did find was very detrimental to me as not only a creative person, but just in general, I gave too much of a shit of what people thought. I was always reacting, I was always giving them what they wanted, but over the last few months, since stepping out of the spotlight, I've kind of noticed that they're kind of shifting. In a way, they're kind of dissipating and going away, while certain people like William are still on that warpath. And, you know, if they want to continue on that warpath, that's on them. That doesn't mean I have to subscribe to it. That doesn't mean I have to feed into it. And I see where you're coming from, Josh, and you're not wrong. And over the last few months, I've gotten rid of a lot of those people. Believe it or not, a lot of those people are out of my friends list now. They are either blocked and they're not on my friends list, or I just haven't found them yet and I'm getting rid of them. Hell, just in the last few weeks alone, I've gotten rid of a lot of trolls. But I can honestly say that I am definitely excited for what the future holds. Like, the fact that I know what a lot of people are thinking, like, oh, you'll never be able to get back to a normal life. Yes, I will. It'll take some time. But I genuinely and truly believe that I will be able to get back to a normal life. It'll take time, yes. That is true, it will take time. But I do believe that over time, if I keep on the path that I'm on now, by ignoring them and doing my own thing and not paying them any mind, then I can get back to a normal life again. And that's my ultimate goal, is to be able to get back to such a normal life that I can be as creative as I want without any interference. Which is why when I did my day one vlog on my road to recovery, I genuinely enjoyed it. I had fun, I did my own thing, I didn't care what anybody thought. Like, if you guys watch the vlog, you guys will definitely see a very different side of me that a lot of people never got to see. Like, you'll actually get to see the normal side of me, where I'm just chilling out, I'm having fun, I'm just being myself, I'm not worrying about what anybody thinks or, what anybody says about me. Because quite frankly, I really don't care what anybody thinks anymore. I'm too old for that, dude. Like, I'm getting ready to be 35 here in a few weeks. And I gave up caring, like literally 3 months ago when I walked away from the troll community entirely. And I decided to embark on this journey of getting back to my normal self. I literally stopped caring about what people think. And that's why, if you noticed, not once have I ever responded to any of the troll shit at all. I've not responded, I've not checked out their channels. The only time I ever know about what's going on is if it's something serious. And, people like my little brother Ethan or my little brother Matt, end up sending me something in regards of, William wanting to deface my family's headstones that have passed away that are back home in my hometown of Washington State. Stuff like that is important because that's family matters. That's stuff involving my family that is serious, that is urgent, and stuff like that. But outside of that, I don't pay any mind to any of it. Because to me, it doesn't matter. I could care less about what, Joe Schmo or whoever on the internet has to say about me. Like, I could genuinely care less. Because my main goal is not to care about what people think, but to give back to a very normal life. You know what I mean? Oh, I know, exactly, and that's exactly what I'm doing, man. But if you guys would like to check out my vlog, that's up there as well. And Josh, I will actually reply to you with my gaming channel, so you can check out my gaming channel right there if you'd like. That way you can check out my stuff. It's called Analog Arcade. And so I got that. But like I said, like, I'm definitely looking forward to, you know, this new chapter in my life of retiring as a full-time vocalist. Because like I said, I done said everything I needed to say. You know, vocally. I've already said what I needed to say lyrics-wise. So now I just kind of, you know, am sitting back after, what? After what, a 12-long-year career of, you know, doing music, you know, doing, you know, live digital shows, performing my own stuff, doing cover shows, all that fun stuff, raising awareness about, you know, what Cyraxx do. I feel like I've said everything that I needed to say lyrically. So, you know, now I'm kind of moving on to that next phase of my life and just kind of fading back into normalcy and picking back up on projects that I done long forgot about, that I've been wanting to pick back up on, that I've been wanting to do. Like I said, such as, you know, animation, game development, screenplay writing, all that stuff. Like, I seriously want to take that into the next chapter of my life and, you know, do some pretty fun stuff. And where that road is going to lead, I don't know, but I'm very excited to find out. So, yeah. And like I said, it's not that I'm retiring entirely. I'm just retiring as a vocal artist. Like, I'm still going to do music. I'm still going to do my remixes of songs that have influenced me. Bands and artists that have influenced me in a major, major way. And, you know, that have inspired a lot of the songs that I wrote and recorded. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm very proud of everything that I've done music-wise. I'm very proud of that. And I have an awesome fucking plaque to prove just how far I've come. And everything that I've done within the underground music industry. And honestly, I feel like now that I'm at that age of, like, you know, I need to get my shit together, I kind of feel like the next move for me is graduating out of that music scene and taking everything that I've learned over the years and, you know, not only help up-and-coming artists that are personal friends of mine in real life, that are extended family of mine in real life, but also to be able to share the things that I've learned along my way and apply the things that I've learned within music to other things, such as, you know, game development, such as, you know, films, animation work, you know, stuff like that. Like, I want to take all that and utilize it. So from here on out, I am, as of right now, which it is currently 2:18 a.m. on September 3rd, 2025. As of the ending of this live stream, I will officially be retired as a vocal artist as far as music goes, and I will be working on other major projects. I don't have anything set in stone yet. There is a script that I started working on for a animated short film that I've been wanting to work on, that I've been trying to work on here and there. I definitely want to pick that back up and see where that goes. But, yeah. As far as music goes, as of the end of the stream, I will be retired as a full-time music artist, and I will be looking into starting up my own studio for film work, for game development, and stuff like that. And like I said, it's not going to be your typical video games right off rip, because I do need a PC for that, which hopefully that'll come later on down the road. I'm hoping, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm hoping. But, I will be working on other types of games that you don't really see anymore. So, there definitely is that. But, yeah. Outside of that, I am definitely excited to see where this new road leads me in life. Like, I'm seriously excited to see where it goes, to see where it takes me, and, you know, see what comes out of it. And, you know, I hope that you guys that watch my stuff will continue to support me on the next leg of my journey as a creative, as an artist in general, because as I said, you know, doing artwork is always going to be first and foremost for me, because like I said, I've been drawing since I was like fucking 4 years old. So for me, doing artwork is in my blood. And then that obviously would transition me into, you know, animation and stuff like that. And now that I have the tools readily available to me that I didn't have before, I can make that stuff happen. But, yeah. I love you guys, and this has been update number 1 of the next chapter in my life. And update number 5 on my road to recovery. So if you guys have not done so yet and you guys would like to check out my vlog, it's in the chat. If you scroll a little bit, you guys will see it. So if you guys would like to check that out, you're more than welcome to, man. And yeah. With that being said, I absolutely love you guys, and I will see you guys later on, man. Like I said, if you guys would like to check out the vlog, it's right there in the chat right here, which I will pin it up for you guys. It's right there. I just pinned it. So if you guys would like to check out the vlog, you guys are more than welcome to. And if you guys have not checked out my gaming channel yet, definitely be sure to go do so. I know you guys will love the gameplay on there, because I'm starting to get back to myself again, and I want to continue that path. So with that being said, I fucking love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning with a brand new vlog, possibly. I haven't decided where I'm going to post up my artwork yet, but once I do, you guys will know for sure, because I'm definitely excited to get back to doing digital artwork again. I'm super stoked for that. Fair warning, some of it will be dark. Some of it will be very dark. So if you guys like creepy, macabre, weird artwork that's very dark and very creepy, you guys will love my work. But that's not the only thing I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing other stuff too, such as surreal artwork, fantasy artwork, dark fantasy artwork, cyberpunk themed, anime themed, all kinds of shit, man. So with that being said, I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my DMs. I love you guys. I'm out of here, y'all. This has been Chance, signing off for the final time as a full-time music artist, and here's back to a normal life, baby. Hashtag normal life 2025, 2026, man. I love y'all. Peace.